So, the last episode was pretty rough. A lot of people are no longer around. And hopefully this episode we get some answers. This is 2064, Read-Only Memories. Well, we should go to Melody's home at least and meet her, says Turing. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. How's my plant? It's dead. How's my... Can I do anything about this at all? I don't think so. Let's go. Map, there we go. Flower Mansion. Would all of the same stuff had still happened if I had gone here first? Something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was wool gathering.
I don't know what that means.
I see we've arrived at the Melody Flores residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside?
What? Yeah, didn't Yannick say he and Melody had a falling out?
He did, and I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the direct link virtual reality implants, so perhaps it happened during that time.
Perhaps.
Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant, but there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that, rumors.
Fair.
I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real.
What can you tell me about Melody?
Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but I'd take that with a grain of salt.
Fair.
She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes.
Let's go ahead and, let's go on. In. Let's look at the bear statue. Small-scale bear statues guard the entrance to the mansion. Plant?
These tall shrubs could line the estate of a Victorian duke. They're that stuffily pleasant to look at.
Stuffily? Windows line the front of the house and broadcast the hints of an expertly designed den inside. I think that's it. Alright. Oh, wait, buzzer, doorbell, ring. Oh, a bear. Hi, is Melody home?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Genetically modified bear?
Mine says we can go in. Should we?
Door's open.
Oh, wow! Swanky!
Swanky?
What? I have been trying to increase my usage of colloquialisms. Is swanky too out of date?
It's certainly before my time.
Oh, Ms. Flores! Excuse us for the intrusion. My name is Turing.
Oh, I know who you are.
What?
I can explain. I know you don't like Dr. Fairlight very much, but I assure you there's a situation.
Fairlight? I didn't realize Hayden's research had become a charity case. Though I suppose little boy Yannick will throw money at anything that raises his profile on the mesh.
Wait, you know Hayden? Also, we actually only just met Dr. Fairlight yesterday.
Oh, that's too bad. Now Pat won't have to eat you.
Good. Hi, Pat.
What?
Though I'm not sure your gears would have been good for his digestion.
Actually, madam, I'm not comprised of gears.
Well, either way, he's on a diet. This philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you.
But if the bear eats you, then, how do you keep going?
Do you understand?
No, not at all.
Not really.
Look, I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your new friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're going to find him, either.
Find him? I thought he was dead.
Right.
Okay, Melody, let's talk. Wait, let's look at the bear. Talk to Pat. So, grr and stuff. Nice. Okay, look at the bear.
Melody keeps unusual company. Ursus maritimus, if I'm not mistaken. That might be why the temperature controls are set so low in here.
Yeah, definitely a polar bear.
I wasn't aware you knew the scientific name of the species. Ooh, has my interest in proper nomenclature started to rub off on you?
He's a white bear, Turing. What else could he be?
Plenty. Have you heard of a Kermode bear, also known as a spirit bear? Or he could be a white-faced black bear, or even a pizzly. But he's not. It's a polar bear.
So I got lucky is what you're saying. Cat. Let's look at the cat. The most regal-looking robotic cat in the world sits prim and proper on the fainting chair. What's a fainting chair? I mean, I guess it's this thing. Talk to the cat. It looks remarkably bored at all attempts at conversation. Look at the chair. A plush purple fainting chair dominates the room. Look at the ROM. A R051E830-893 unit. From the emblem on its side, it sits patiently near Pat in a sort of ambient sleep mode, playing light instrumental music. Okay, let's just talk, Melody.
If you were one of Fairlight's worker bees, you wouldn't have made it through the door. So why are you here to badger me about poor Hayden?
You have me at a disadvantage, Ms. Flores. You seem far ahead of us on this matter.
Just call me Melody, darling. And of course. But I'll share a secret or two with you.
Please do.
I have so many questions. Do you know what's happened to Hayden?
I wish I didn't. Maybe you don't want to either.
Please, Melody, any information you might have. We haven't had access to any of his research notes and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive.
Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, beyond the usual corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. We had been catching up recently, and he mentioned feelings of being watched. He started to worry he had been discussing your development with the wrong people. When he stopped returning my calls, and now that you've shown up with a total stranger, it becomes clear what happened.
I see. Can you tell us anything else about his disappearance?
Oh, I'm afraid not, dear. I've been around long enough to know what's coincidence and what isn't.
That's not very helpful.
We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you had worked with Hayden in the past.
I see Hayden didn't neglect curiosity in your personality makeup. Well, you and I haven't properly met, but considering how often Hayden badgered me for design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt?
aunt. So... sister? I'm taking things too literally.
I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot.
I'm touched, Melody.
Well then, I'm willing to answer your questions, for now.
How did you help Hayden with
Indeed.
Turing?
I don't see the connection between your company and Hayden's research into machine sapience.
Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapiens. At least not primarily. Not to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but it's best you know the truth. Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix. You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
How would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind?
The concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is a powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right buttons to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. Even with the virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking how the human brain worked, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind. Think of it like convergent evolution. Two species adapt in similar ways, but on completely different continents. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. It's why Parallax hired him when they did. So he wrote a bunch of self-modifying learning algorithms that were, frankly, baffling, and let them loose. Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do. And we eventually end up with you, Turing.
Interesting. Hayden never revealed any of this to me.
I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had a chance to make good observations.
Can you elaborate on your involvement?
If you can even call it involvement. It's a small city. And if you're in the tech sector, you are never more than 2 degrees removed from anyone else. When he started looking into this pet project of his, he came right up to my door and demanded access to the research logs behind our earlier implants. Cheeky, but it was impactful and disruptive, as they like to say around here.
Yeah,
I couldn't care less about Flowers' patents anymore, so I gave him what he wanted, just to see what he would do. I'm frankly more impressed than I expected I would be, but don't tell him that.
Don't worry. I won't.
Oh, that was a compliment, dear.
Hayden wasn't invested in Turing's development?
I didn't say that. Hayden was quite interested in Turing, even if he is just a step to further research. In fact, he was preparing to publish his findings involving Turing, and I know it's going to make one heck of a splash in the scientific community. See, the most impressive part about you, Turing, is that you're surprisingly stock.
I assure you, Melody, my construction involves only the latest and greatest in ROM prototype technology.
Exactly. You're not off the shelf, but you're still just a souped-up ROM, more or less like every other one out there. Your personality algorithms are impressive, but they don't require some new space-age technology to work. Hayden is going to propose that human consciousness transference does not require special brain-like hardware architecture, but merely the right software wrapper to interface with the hardware.
So you keep saying Hayden is, but do you not know that Hayden's dead? I guess nobody knows that Hayden's dead. I guess we kept that a secret, didn't we?
Much like how you function.
I suppose that is correct. Still, my personality matrices do take up substantial amounts of my processing power. Wouldn't custom hardware have capabilities that better serve such a demanding, specialized task?
Sure, there's still plenty of reason in trying to make a computer that works just like a human brain. Efficiency is an important part of that. But if Hayden can emulate the human mind in existing technology, it means we can start the immortality now, rather than waiting for hardware to catch up with Hayden's software. Frankly, I'm not terribly interested in living forever, but there's more than enough people who are.
Thank you for this, Melody. I understand so little of my origins.
Well, I'm sorry I don't know more of the specifics. Hayden kept me up to date on his progress, but only in the vaguest of ways. If you can hunt down his notes, I'm sure they'll tell you more.
Of course, we'll keep looking. Now, perhaps we could ask some other questions?
Sure.
So I was hemming and hawing with this idea before. I was wondering if Turing was a way for Hayden to implant... Not even that. I was wondering if Turing was Hayden in some way, shape, or form. Maybe Hayden's consciousness uploaded into Turing. And I guess I wasn't too far off, but I was not sure that was where they were going with this. Can you tell us about yourself and Flower Cybernetics?
This is why I don't talk to journalists. They all want to pry into my life. Can't you wait for my autobiography? I promise I'm working on it. Pinky promise.
We don't want to pressure you, Melody, but every bit of information we can get could be useful in pointing us towards the individuals that attacked Hayden.
All right. Off the record?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Fine. Ask away.
What's your history with Flower?
Well, Mommy Dearest first started the company half a century ago and quickly let it turn from a cutting-edge medical research group into a Department of Defense super soldier cyborg factory. I took over when she got lymphoma and had to fight tooth and nail to turn Flower into something that churned my guts a little less. Now we're back to making medical tech and consumer neural implants rather than brains inside tin cans with lasers strapped to the front. If the US government wants more war-grade cyborgs, then they'll have to get them elsewhere, never mind them being banned by the Geneva Convention. Well, that's the gist of it, minus the sordid details of 2 decades of office politics. I'm sure the Mesh has its version.
It seems to agree with you in this case.
Well, I'm happy it manages to get something right, at least.
Why are you involved in how are you involved in the company today?
I'm not.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, I still own the damn thing, but frankly, I'm tired.
That's fair.
I let the current CEO and board do what they want, with the understanding that I will shit-can them if they do anything egregiously asinine. Like, say, create more cyborg assassin war machines. These days, I mostly spend my time talking to Pat and practicing my painting.
That's cool.
You paint? What a coincidence! I love painting. What do you do?
Nothing fantastic, just still life mostly. I'll never be known for my artistic skills, but I enjoy it. It's very meditative, isn't it?
I agree very much. I look forward to when all of this is over and I can get back to my canvases. Would you mind taking a look at my work, since you are my aunt and all?
Well, we can play a little show and tell later.
Why not right now? Come on.
It's a date.
What is the deal with Pat? Yeah, you.
Pat is a prototype as well.
Of what sort?
Flower had a short-lived project that attempted to use neural implants to increase the cognitive power of non-human animals. It worked, to an extent. Pat's smarter than the average bear, but not by much.
All the references. Roar.
Oh, be quiet. After the project was squashed, mostly for being a money pit, Pat was the only surviving success story. The eggheads didn't know what to do with him, so I decided to keep him around here. He's not a bad companion, if a tad taciturn.
I'm right there with you, Pat. I don't know what that word means either.
Oh, give it up, Pat. You're no Shakespeare.
I'd like to ask something else.
Sure.
I think that's everything we need to know.
Good.
Oh, I
to
forgot
my
about Fairlight.
department.
Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later.
Oh, one more piece of information for you, if you'd like it.
Yes, please.
I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh.
Mensa, like the Genius Society people?
I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere. He
Sounds
owes
great.
me a favor anyway, and might be able to give you some more information on anything else Hayden may have been working on.
That would be great.
That would be fantastic, Melody. Perhaps Golden Gate Park?
Be careful, Turing. I don't like Fairlight's stench all over this scenario. Don't show him too many of your cards.
Yeah, I still don't really trust him.
Cards? This euphemism is unfamiliar to me.
Don't tell him anything if you can. Fairlight is more dangerous the more he's informed.
Thank you, Aunt Melody. Wish us luck.
I guess we're out of here. Matt. Golden Gate Park. A guy. He's got the Dragon Ball Z scanner. You've never seen this person, and they appear to be waiting for somebody. Perhaps this is who you're supposed to meet.
Can I help you? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone.
Is it me?
Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores.
Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have everything that I asked for?
What did you ask for?
There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax. He has gone missing, and any information we get may be useful.
Damn that old woman.
What?
We had a deal. She promised me, and I'm not giving up anything until I get what I need.
Well, tell me what you need. I'm pretty good at this.
I already know Hayden is missing.
Yeah.
Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get out of the city. Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand with nothing.
I mean, just tell me what you want and I can help.
I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI?
Insulting, but accurate.
Look, I'm sorry to come off callous. I do want to help. Hayden was a colleague and a friend, and I want to know he's okay. But I also need help getting the hell out of Neo SF, and now. My info is my
Why?
leverage.
What'd you do?
And it's not for free. I'll just have to find another buyer. Maybe after I make another deal, I'll be able to pass it to you.
Perhaps we could assist you? My friend here is a terrific journalist. Being skilled at hunting down people and information is part of the job.
I don't know.
Come on, Vincent, I can help. I've gotten this far in the
I need
game.
100,000 credits.
Oh.
An untraceable car and a fake passport for me and my wife, Francesca.
I don't think I have that.
If you can get me all that, I'll give you anything you want. Hayden's research notes, what I know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever.
I don't have that. I can barely afford my apartment.
If you're really sure journals can come up with that kind of stuff in one day.
Nope. We might be able to do that? What?
Might?
Do you mind answering some other questions first?
Dear God, I'm doomed.
Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request.
Did Melody tell us anything about what you need?
Sure, as long as it isn't the juicy stuff.
What do you do for Parallax?
I'm the head applications engineer for their data analysis division.
That's cool.
Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data that we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here. I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind. We've got full immersion, virtual reality, yet most people would still call you science fiction.
If you say so.
Why are you so adamant about getting out of Neo SF?
Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden going missing is the last straw, and it's a big-ass straw. There is... how do I put this without giving it away? There's a new project about to roll out, and it's going to change everything about how Parallax does their business worldwide. Since the launch of the MeshNet, we've had some board shakeups, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. The altruism the company displayed in the past is gone. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits and power than ever before.
That sounds right.
Not just richest company in the valley power either. Real power. My guess? Parallax got rid of Hayden because he was about to do something that would get in the way of that. If they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's a half dozen people who could do my job. So I'm getting out before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes and end up at the bottom of the bay.
Do you know anything about Hayden's disappearance?
Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything out of the ordinary. I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me. I tried asking around and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Bring me what I asked for, and I'll tell you more.
Thank you. We'll go get those things for you. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess I can stick around here for a while. I need to make some calls anyway. If you do manage to get what I need, bring it here today and you'll get anything you want.
That's a tall ask. It
Photos
looks
and
like it's
info for
already
passports to
sunset.
touring now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon.
Where am I going to get that much money?
Sure where to get fake passports or an untraceable car. The only shady folks we know are those punks who vandalized Hayden's apartment. I doubt they could point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot.
That's been our entire MMO touring. This entire game has been, it's a long shot. It's not much of a lead, but it's something. We got this. I believe in us.
Help us in repayment for the damage done to the apartment. They seemed remorseful. We should check Market Street for them, in case they regularly hang out there. As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the credits.
I don't really want to owe anybody anything.
But is unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they are as dedicated to helping as they claim. Melody is assumably home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Up to you to decide which would be a better course of action.
I mean, let's go to Market Street first. See what's up with these kids, these punks. Hey, punks!
Oh, crap! It's that reporter in the bot again. Cheese it, Ollie.
Don't cheese it, Ollie.
Hold on a moment. We're just here to ask the two of you for a favor. You don't need to run again.
I knew you didn't have the guts to mess with me.
Guts?
And why would we want to help you?
We did trash that apartment, Chad.
Yeah? So?
So help
We
me.
also didn't report you to the police for it.
Yeah? So?
And they still could.
Am I blackmailing again? Oh my god.
Oh. Alright, well, spill it then. I ain't got all day. Can't you see me and Oliver are busy?
No.
We need some assistance with some illicit activity that, statistically, individuals in your age bracket are likely to have experience with.
Oh! So this is one of those things where you need a streetwise kid to show you the ropes.
Something like that.
So, what's the thread? B&E? War driving? Copyright infringement? Search bombing?
Is search bombing actually illegal?
It's against the terms of service, so probably, at least in California.
I'm not sure I understand that. I'll have to look up search bombing later. Unless you can tell me in the comments below. We need to buy some fake IDs. Today, if possible.
Oh, that's nothing. If you can pay.
How much?
Ollie can whip up a couple that'll work good enough to get you past a bouncer or a cop doing sniff tests. He's a wizard with a printer and a lifted wallet.
It's more complicated than that. We need falsified passports that can get two people past the border safely.
Oh, yeah, I don't think Ollie can do that. Can you?
Not without equipment a lot more expensive and illegal than what I already have.
What about that guy who got at least that unrestricted mesh card when she was on probation?
That's not really the same thing, Chad. But it wouldn't hurt to give him a call.
Sure, yeah. My entire MO is
Give me a few
soft
minutes.
leads.
This guy is pretty sketchy. Very cloak and dagger.
Okay,
I'll have to play middleman.
thank you.
Excellent. I'll forward you the relevant documents and photos.
Okay.
Oh man, now I'm starting to feel left out. Ollie gets to show off all his cool connections. You sure you don't need someone's head kicked in a little? That's my area of expertise in our little duo. Well, that and petty larceny.
We might have something that will suit your skill set. Let's just get the passports first, if you can stay calm for that long.
You sure yap a lot more than any of the ROMs I've ever owned. What's the deal? You install some new conversation routines Ollie ain't had the chance to nerd out about yet? Well, they're top notch. Very bleeding edge.
I don't run traditional ROM VI personality software. I am, in fact, the first fully sapient machine intelligence. Well, at least that I know about.
You want to tell them that?
Which means what exactly in English?
It means he's a person, Chad, not a toy. Now keep it down. I'm still on the phone.
Oops, and yes, what he said.
Well, that's awesome. You ain't so bad. For a tin can.
Tin can? Really? I'm composed almost entirely out of plasteel and silica. Has no one come up with better insults for robots since the turn of the century? ROMs have been out for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, that's a good point. Give me a sec. I'm pretty good at name calling too.
Oh no, I'm sorry I brought it up.
You done it now,
Just
Chad.
hold on a second. Underclocked? Oh, BitBrain!
Don't hurt yourself, Chad.
I kind of like BitBrain.
I'll get back to you, Bubblehead.
Okay, I talked to the guy. He said he'll do it, but he only works in trade. A couple of passports are gonna run us... one signed poster for Magical Commander Yukino? Yukino at the Gates to the Deep?
I know somebody who loves Magical Commander Yukino. They're on this
Of course.
street.
It's always that Japanese crap.
It's not my fault they make the best VR dramas. Maybe you can do better?
Probably.
Anyway, where can we get a poster like that?
Down the street. Down the street. The Hassie Bar.
I'm not sure. Probably nearby. I've done switches with this guy before, and he never asks for something that'll take too long to get. My guess is he's a local that uses people like us as a way to nab something he's had his eye on. We'll help you look for it.
Down the street at the Hassie Bar. Down the street at the Hassie Bar. Chad and Oliver joined my party. Interesting. What is this brick? A loose brick wobbles as you palm the wall. Wobble it again.
Do you think it would be okay to take that?
I don't know. Pull the brick out. Yeah, why not? Might come in handy for something. You take the brick. It's thick and heavy, but you can carry it around and maybe even find a use for it. I got a brick. Sweet. I'm done with you, Brian. All right, let's go into the Hassie Bar.
Oh, there it is! I knew I saw a poster for Magical Commander Yukino somewhere around here. I should have remembered Ramona had one.
I did.
know this
I
lady?
remembered Ramona had one.
Sure. We talk sometimes when I'm getting our drinks. You're usually too busy provoking people to notice.
You call it provoking. I call it spontaneous enthusiasm for healthy rivalry.
There's a bit of a line. We'll have to wait a few minutes before we can talk to her.
Cool.
We could just do a smash and grab.
No.
Simple and effective.
Absolutely not.
We can't do that.
I like Ramona.
She knows who we are.
Us too.
This is the most boring felony I've ever been an accessory to.
Look, we'll just stand in line.
Like a bunch of clumps?
Yeah.
Chumps?
Either one.
What is the big picture anyway, Blue Bomber?
I'm not sure it's wise to spread it around, Chad. For either of us, the less you know, the less reason anyone has to bother you.
Screw that, Static. I'm not heading to juvie not knowing what for. Spill the beans, or I'll spill them for you.
Your persistence is already legendary, Chad. Fine.
Oh, so we're gonna tell them everything.
If you really must know, we are going to trade the passports for some information regarding the disappearance of my creator. His apartment was the one you trashed.
Oh shit, that Hayden dude is your dad? And they snatched him? Oh, that's so messed up.
Yeah, dude.
Well, Dad after a fashion. He raised me.
Man, I hope you find the dudes that took him. I hope he's okay.
It seems very unlikely.
Oh man, I don't know what to say, you know? I mean, I still have my dad, but he's never really been around. Too busy trying to save the world from itself. Even now, he's over there standing in front of that damn clinic.
Oh, right, your dad is Brian. I forgot about that.
And I thought I could find a way to make him... Whatever. I might as well nuke that drive. It ain't gonna sink.
I think I understand what you mean, Chad.
Hell yeah! Dudes gotta stick together, you know?
Dudes?
Don't matter if you're a robot or what. We all got the same shit to deal with. Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own mark.
You're smarter than you look, Chad.
People keep saying that, and I keep wanting to punch them for it.
It's probably the hair.
You think?
I kinda like your hair.
I'm willing to give up my dude just so people will think I'm a brain. Got an image to protect.
I still think it would be better in yellow.
Yeah? Maybe we can get a box of dye on the way home.
The line has finally cleared up. Let's go talk to Ramona.
Yes, please. Ramona.
Hey, Allie.
Salutations, Ramona.
What can I do for you all?
Ahem.
Oh, this is my friend, Chad.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
We were hoping you might be able to give us your assistance, Ms. Rogers.
We want to make a trade for that magical Commander Yukino poster over there. It's necessary for us to get some pretty important information.
No way. Not happening. Nuh-uh. Yukino is off limits.
I mean, I didn't think this would be easy. Oh, this is literally a matter of life and death, Ramona.
How does life and death depend on a nerdy poster? Look, I don't even care. That poster was signed by Takeko herself. It's one of a kind, and I'm not giving it up.
Please?
I'd rather not drag you any further into this than necessary, but I promise that we're not overstating it. This is a dire situation, and people have already died.
Jeez. Look, whatever you're doing sounds sketch as hell.
It is.
Magical Commander Yukino herself want no part in it.
That, yeah, no, it is very
I don't
sketch.
even see how the poster can help.
Stuff.
Man, you nerds sure do love your cheap crap from the net.
Chad, come on.
Cheap crap! I'll have you know that poster is worth hundreds of credits. Maybe more. Takeko passed away years ago, so there aren't any more of them getting signed. It's special.
Sure it is.
He doesn't get it. He's not in the fandom.
Thankfully.
Chad, come on. You're not helping our case. We can get you another. It'll only take a few days. Why are we lying?
It's not just a poster. It was a gift from someone. Someone I care about, okay? Besides, you can't get another one. Takeko passed away a few years ago.
Perhaps there's something else that would make a suitable trade?
You aren't hearing me, are you? It has sentimental value. You can't replace that. Look, you'll just have to order something off the mesh, because you can't have this one.
Oh, we don't have time. This lead will dry up by then.
Keep me out of this.
This isn't a joke, Ramona. Or please, Ramona. Please?
Okay, enough. How about this for a trade? I have an original keyframe cell from Pretty Champion Sailor Sirius, signed by Takeko at home.
Whoa! You have a signed Sailor Sirius cell? That's super rare! They stopped doing keyframes by hand right around the time of her death.
You can't be serious, Ollie! You have that thing framed on your wall! And you wouldn't shut up about it for a week after you got it!
This is important, Chad. You can't say you wouldn't do the same thing if someone had your dad. Think about Turing. I can't ask Ramona to give up something important to her if I'm not willing to do the same.
Maybe.
Look, okay, I don't know what's going on, but you can't give me that cell for the poster.
But we need...
Yeah, you'll get the poster. Whatever you're doing, it must be really important if you'd be willing to give that up. Do you have something more equal to trade, Ollie?
A couple of things, maybe.
We'll talk about it then. Maybe you can find me another one too. Go ahead and take the poster.
Wow, that worked out better than I thought it would. Thank you. You got the signed poster.
Thank you, Ramona.
Yes! I can't tell you how much it means to us, Ms. Rogers.
Sure. And, you think I could see that cell sometime, Ollie?
Of course! I'll bring it over when we talk about the trade.
So cool!
Thank you again. Much appreciated.
I don't like the way she was flirting with you, Ollie.
What are you talking about?
We're gonna do this now?
No flirting when I see it. And I'm saying I don't like it. Not one bit.
Chad, just tell Ollie how you
Just
feel.
talk about old anime sometimes, Chad. Neither of us are interested in the other.
Sure.
Well, we have the poster now. What's next?
Go ahead and call this number, Turing. He'll want to set up the drop with you, now that I've introduced you to him.
Sure. Change the subject.
I'll call him right now then. It's ringing.
You the ones looking for some papers?
Yes, please.
We are, and we have the requested payment with us.
Good. We're gonna do this real professional-like.
Yes,
You know
please.
Stardust?
Yeah, all we do.
I do.
Head there. Leave the poster behind the Megaphobator arcade cabinet, and get out. Come back 10 minutes later, and your stuff will be behind the machine.
I understand.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Do we trust
Well,
this?
that was very mysterious.
I don't know that I trust this.
Yeah, that's how this guy is.
Huh.
I don't even know his name. And I've been getting things from him for a few years now.
Who cares? Let him play Spy Master if he wants. Let's hurry up to Stardust and get this over with. I've wasted enough of my day with this crap.
Are you still coming with me on all this? Stardust Club, okay.
Go inside to make the drop. We'll wait out here.
Yeah. Don't want to get her IDs taken.
I suppose I should feign surprise.
Hey, it's a pretty cool set. Even if it is like 1,000,000 years old.
They don't really care about the IDs unless you try to hit the bar.
Found that one out the hard way.
We would have been fine if you hadn't taken a swing at the bouncer.
So I like the hard way.
We'll be right back, gentlemen. Try not to set the building on fire while we're gone.
Where's the bouncer?
No security right now?
Hi, Majid. It's been a minute. How are you doing?
Hey, friends. What can we get for you?
That's all for now.
Later,
I thought
you
we would
two.
have more to talk about.
Bye-bye.
Gus, do you have anything more to talk about?
Oh, hey there. Do you need something?
No, apparently
you
I don't
two.
need anything.
Bye-bye.
Alright, I tried. Jess, Do you feel like talking?
Oh, look. It's my favorite human and the mechanical sidekick.
Hi.
I'm caught up in something at the moment. Chances are we'll cross paths again.
Alright, goodbye. Dancers on the floor. I thought that was a skyline. Look at the dancers. The party never stops at Stardust. Open 24 hours a day. VIP bouncer.
No VIP access today.
Why not? Other bouncer.
Today's my last day off before the holidays, but I can't seem to stay away.
Huh. Broke.
I much prefer the VIP area. They could stand to serve some food, though.
Alright, whatever. Megaphobator. Items. Poster. Please don't get stolen.
Well, that should do it. That was an awful lot of fuss over a poster. I just don't understand the appeal of merchandise like this. I keep my important possessions on my data drive.
Humans don't have total recall like you do.
Ah, that is true. Ramona seemed more concerned with it being a gift from a friend than as an item of importance in its own right. Perhaps it is necessity to keep such things around as tokens from better times. Perhaps I should pick up a few things from the apartment. Whatever's left. I do have perfect recall, but a few of Hayden's things would be nice reminders. Memories are better for remembering than reading. But that's enough navel-gazing. Let's head back outside so our benefactor can make the trade.
Let's.
Y'all do the deal?
Almost.
How did it go?
We left the poster behind the cabinet. Now we just need to wait for the switch.
I've never had to wait more than 5 minutes or so before. It shouldn't take long. I wonder how he knows the drop happened, and gets to it so fast.
Don't matter. This guy's a solid feed, even if he likes to mess around.
What do you need these passports for anyway? You said to trade for information, but what's the full story?
Without going into too much detail, our informant needs to get out of Neo SF unnoticed. The passports are one part of that. We also need to obtain an untraceable car. I don't suppose the two of you could help with that?
No way, dude! Grand Theft Auto is a felony with a capital F! Besides, getting an untraceable car ain't in the same league as a piece of plastic that'll fool a hand scanner.
Chad's right.
Of course I'm right.
The city's traffic management system keeps track of all vehicles passively, even if you manage to circumvent their firmware and keep them from actively reporting to the network. You have to spoof the car as something permitted to be invisible for the CTOS to ignore it.
So, like a government vehicle.
I don't want to mess with boosting cars anyway. The junks run that racket in Neo SF, and they don't play nice.
Especially with the HR.
Well, thank you either way. You've both done us a huge favor. Call it even for the apartment.
Yeah, Blue. No hard feelings. You give us a call if you need anything else, long as it'll help you find your pops.
We should get going, though. We were supposed to be home hours ago.
My dad won't notice, but Ollie's will flip. You take care. Don't get de-rezzed.
See ya!
Goodbye! Let's finish the trade inside.
Sounds good. Hopefully it wasn't just taken. Let's see what we got. Passports added to items.
Here the
Neat.
passports are, just as advertised.
Beautiful.
Now we need to find a car. Jess is right over there. Perhaps she may know someone who can lend a hand.
but you can do the talking.
Good thinking.
Hi, Jess. It's me
Did you
again.
find your guy? Or wait, let me guess. There's something else you need from me.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't been terrible to deal with so far, so I'm willing to hear you out.
Sweet.
Barely.
We need access to an untraceable car. An informant of ours needs to get out of the city without attracting the attention of Parallax and is offering valuable information to us in exchange.
Seriously? Jesus, what kind of shit is in your life anyway?
A lot. There's a lot going on.
Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to be legally liable.
Fair.
I'm not sure why you think just because I defend a few folks in the rougher parts of the city that I would have that kind of connection. And even if one of my clients did run a carjacking business, it's not like society is clamoring to give hybrids legal jobs. Regardless, I'm not going to be an accessory to a felony, or let one of my clients be either. I won't go down that path. I wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Is there any possible way you could give us any kind of lead at all?
I know we're reaching, but this is important.
You just don't quit, do you?
Not really.
Okay, let me think. This might be a long shot, but you could try asking Majid. There are rumors he may have been involved in some shady stuff way back in the day. He'll probably be reluctant to talk about it, but there's a free lead for you.
Thank you.
Get me another drink in exchange, will ya? Later.
Yeah, sure. What do you like to drink?
That went better than expected.
Yeah.
I wonder if my charm is starting to pay off for us.
Well, I hope so.
You performed admirably as well.
Sweet.
Onward we go.
All right, let's go talk to Majid. Hi, Majid.
Hey, friends. What can we get for you?
So you know how you have like a weird past and you may have been involved in some stuff? Can we talk about
We were
that?
hoping you could give us a little information.
Sure, but first, let's get you a drink. What'll it be?
More. More. Oh, there's a lot of drinks here. More. Holy crap. Beer.
Coming
beer.
right up.
Just beer.
I'll ask Gus if I don't know what it is.
It's just beer.
He's better with the weird kind of stuff people ask for these days.
It's just
Some
beer.
Of these cocktails make me need a spa day.
This one is...
Beer is a local brewed beer. Nothing too sharp or bitter, just a nice, crisp, weedy beer. Ice cold. Come on, babe, you know what a beer is. Here, give this to Sova.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, beer sounds great.
Here you go. So, what did you need help with?
We've run into a roadblock in our search for Hayden.
Word on the street is that he's gone missing, which I'm sure you already know. What can I do?
Yes. An informant of ours needs secure transportation out of the city, but we don't have any contacts who would be able to get us an untraceable car. Jess mentioned that you used to engage in certain extra-legal activities. Perhaps you could point us towards someone who could help?
He doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore.
Right. Sorry, friends. I left that life behind a long time ago. Don't really keep in touch with that crew anymore.
Ah, of course. Completely understandable. Sorry to bother you then.
Well, no harm in asking, right? My reputation precedes me.
Don't let it go to your head.
Gus, I need to go to the back and gather up stuff to restock for the rush later on. Mind manning the bar for me?
Take your time. I think I can keep things under control.
Thanks. Love you, hun.
Well, that leaves us at a dead end. Any ideas on how we should proceed? some nose-to-the-ground journalist techniques for finding leads?
Maybe there's another way out of the city.
That's a thought. Perhaps the light rail, or a ship. Let me run a quick meshnet search. No, I don't think that will work. Parallax themselves designed the operating system that runs the light rail.
Oh.
Remaining unobserved while right under the nose of the railway security system would be difficult, if not impossible. As for a ship, we'd run into the same problems as with a car. They aren't hooked into the CTOS, but they do use active GPS guidance for automatic destination control. We'd have to find a way to remove it from the grid. Unlikely.
Maybe we could find an old, manually driven car?
That's not the worst idea. I don't think it would get noticed as long as the car had the appropriate registrations.
I don't think Ghost likes us talking about this in front of him.
But the permits to operate a manual vehicle are prohibitively expensive. A casual collector might still maintain one, but only a wealthy hobbyist would have the appropriate stickers to make the car roadworthy. We'd have to do a B&E, as Chad put it before. Risky.
No. Okay, the two of you are killing me here. Look, don't tell Majid about this.
What's up?
But, here.
Carjacking oh my god. Okay.
What is this, Gus?
It's an automated vehicle maintenance scanner with a few less than standard upgrades. When you circumvent its security codes, you can use it to scan a car's installed firmware and replace it with a new set that will spoof its presence on the city's network. That's the gist of it, but we don't have time to get into any specifics. You need to get the hell out of here with that before Majid gets back.
Why the urgency?
Look, Majid has done a lot to turn his life around, to turn my life around. I really respect that about him, and it's part of why I fell in love with him. He did what I was never able to. That's how we met, you know? That old rough and tumble life we both led. But when Stardust struggled and needed money fast, I had to get back in the game to keep us afloat for a few years. I told him it was all angel loans, donations from patrons, lots of things. He'd be heartbroken if he found out I'm still in the game. I had to do whatever I could to keep our new life, even if only one of us is really living it. I may as well give this thing to someone who wants to use it for good, too.
I can't tell you how much we appreciate this, Gus. We might finally be on our way to solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, you didn't get it from me, okay?
All right.
Just get out of here and get on with your little Grand Theft Auto. And let me know how it goes, okay?
All right, thank you.
Of course.
Wow, Gus, I really didn't expect that from you. I gotta go. You had to leave your drink, but I never got just a drink.
Gas, as the colloquialism
Could I have even
goes.
done that?
I'm searching the mesh for instructions on how to use this device as we speak. Let's go look for some likely candidates. I should be ready by then.
Crap, can I still get Jess a drink? Is that something I can even do? Talk to Majid.
Hey, friends, what can we get?
I'd like a drink, please.
What are you having?
Just beer. Where's the just beer? Just beer.
Coming right up. I'll ask. He's better with a weird
Ooh.
Sorry if this one is.
Does that sound good?
Yes, beer sounds great. Maybe,
Here you go.
hopefully. Jess, I'm sorry. Sorry this took so long. You want a beer? Jess, you want a beer?
Huh. Actually did it, huh?
Yeah, sweet. Okay, all right. Drink removed from items.
Well, You scored a point. But don't think I don't have enough cuties around who can handle that. You've got more important things to be doing. Get a move on.
Sweet. Okay, now we can leave. Okay, what are we doing? Flower match. I don't know that I trust Yannick, but
Maybe we should.
yeah, I meant to ring the bell. Hello.
Hello, Pat. Could we see Melody? I guess that means yes?
I mean, same thing as last time. The door's wide open. Let's talk.
Tori, I'm not saying I don't like seeing your little pixelated face. You're certainly better company than most of the humans I have to deal with. But I am a busy woman, you know? Lots to do. Right, Pat? Traitor. Anyway, maybe we should space these little visits out a good bit further.
Yeah, later.
Familiarity breeds contempt, after all.
So after this visit, we can do that. That's fine.
And I'm very good at contempt.
I apologize, Aunt Melody. You've stated before that you like your peace and quiet, but we need your assistance.
Oh, we're running with the aunt thing, are we?
You started it. This is your fault.
Another woman would tell you not to butter her up, but oh, flattery will get you everywhere with me. All right, what do you need?
Vincent needs help getting out of the city.
I can only imagine. If he's willing to turn coat on Parallax, I bet he feels like a mouse in a cat farm. I know they don't actually farm cats, Pat. It was a metaphor. Whatever, it was a simile then. I am not going to play semantics with you. Moving on. Tell me what the trouble is, and I'll try to conjure up a solution.
We're going to need to pay for the information.
Yes, Mr. Mensa says he needs 100,000 credits before he's willing to speak openly. He also said that you already promised it to him, and that he won't be able to get out of the city without it. He'll give us the information once we have that, plus a few other things I'm certain we can get on our own.
What? You can't even scrape together that kind of money?
Absolutely not. I don't have that kind of money.
Your friend's not much of a journalist, eh, Turing?
Ow, my reputation.
According to the statistics that I have found, it is unlikely that a journalist of any caliber less than the best would have that amount of liquid assets on hand. The pay for the profession just isn't that high, Aunt Melody.
Oh, I see. I guess it's one of those jobs people do because they get free review merchandise, eh?
No, I don't know why I do the job I do, but that's for my character to decide. I'm right here.
I can get you the money, Turing, but only because you're family.
Sweet.
Just give Pat a few minutes to gather it. Yeah, just keep moving, you big brute. While we wait, is there anything else you want to grill me over? Might as well save us both another visit.
How smart is Pat really?
Smarter than I give him credit for, that's for sure. It's not the easiest thing in the world to measure, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't process language in the same way humans do, and even if he can understand me, my translation program just guesses at what he says most of the time.
Oh, you have a translator running from your neural implant.
Ah, yes, I'm cheating.
Darn it.
No, honestly, even without it, I have a pretty good idea of what he means most of the time.
The illusion. shattered.
We've been together for a while now. Considering it only really works on large, typically predatory mammals, we don't have a lot of test subjects. It's a minefield of ethical concerns beyond just being prohibitively expensive.
I'm sure it is.
So Pat is a bear apart. At least until we can figure out how to apply the modified neural pathways without frying the brains of 90% of the subjects. The tech we developed is good. It just has a damned high mortality rate.
That's not ideal, is
Maybe
it?
one day there will be a bunch of talking tigers and dolphins building cities in the sea, but for now, we're stuck with creating beasts out of our own species.
Maybe Turing has something to ask.
I do. It's a little personal, though. I'd understand if you didn't feel like answering.
Just shoot, Turing. I can take it.
Long ago, you lost your mother. I was wondering, how did you deal with it? Hayden's only been gone for a few days, and I already feel like my circuits are going to lock up for good.
Oh.
Oh, Turing, I'm not the right person to ask. I hated my mother. She's everything I thought wrong in the world, and when she was gone, I felt nothing but relief that I could start undoing the damage she did. Never mind the fact I had to watch her waste away from the cancer. Death was a blessing for us both.
Damn.
Besides, you'll find Hayden soon. Keep your chin up.
You see, you seem so confident in that, like you know something that we don't. Because we know that Hayden's dead. Wait.
Oh. Blast it! Enough with this subterfuge! We already know Hayden was killed.
Oh, no.
I won't be getting him back.
I'm sorry, Turing. I still don't know what to tell you.
Well, damn it, she didn't know. Now I just look kind of like an asshole.
I've lost people, but never anyone close enough to wound me. I don't know that I've ever had anyone close enough to do that. If you feel like talking about it, I'm willing to listen. Or make Pat do it anyway.
Thank you. I don't know.
Stick it out. Time heals all wounds. Or so they say. This too shall pass.
I don't want to call her life sad. We're short on time. Rrr.
Oh, just in time then. Take the cash and get moving.
Briefcase added to items.
I
Wow,
can
that was
finally
easy.
get back to whatever it was I was doing before you burst in here.
Nothing in this game has
Thank
ever
you,
been that
Aunt
easy.
Melody. Your help has been invaluable to us.
So now we have to go jack a car.
Brown nose later.
I don't want to do
You've
Grand
got
Theft
things
Auto.
to do too.
We do. Thank you.
I did not think I would feel such a strong resonance with Melody.
No?
We're connected by the barest of threads, but she is already important to me.
Well, that's sweet.
Is that strange?
I don't think so. There are stranger things.
I guess there's nothing to do but run with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's our whole MO during every day, all day. We just run with it.
Some gifts are too valuable to look at too closely, lest they vanish into thin air. And I already have a penchant for overanalyzing things.
I mean, you're a rope. You're you.
Let's get moving. We still have things to do before we can meet back up with Mr. Mensa.
Map. Actually, you know what I... Oh.
Detective Rivers, to what do we owe the pleasure?
wanted to check in with you away from the prying eyes of my corporate masters.
Why all the way out here?
It wasn't too hard to track you down here. Only took a slight abuse of power to follow your credit transactions in the AutoCab system.
Wow, you're tracking me. Were you able to find anything out?
Not much. Listen, I've hit a dead end on the investigation again, and I could really use another lead from the two of you. I had been busy hunting down I'm not sure if I want to call him a soldier of fortune or an assassin for hire. Either way, I tracked this guy down to see if he might have been hired by Parallax to snatch Hayden, but he's got an ironclad alibi for the relevant period of time. That leaves me with nothing. Nada. Jack diddly shit. Do the two of you have anything to give me? Otherwise, I'm back to hunting down the froyo-hating robot ghost in the park. At least my superiors would be ecstatic, considering how much they keep riding my ass about it.
We're on thin leads ourselves, Detective Rivers. We have a meeting with someone from inside Parallax who might be able to give us answers, but he's unlikely to want to talk to the police. I just wish this... Never mind.
Buck up, Turing. I wish this was easier too. But with detective work, sometimes it's not about being clever. It's just about being more dogged and relentless than whoever you're chasing. You two are my new deputies, right?
Gosh, I hope so.
Keep your nose to the ground.
I hope that's how we look
I
to
still
you.
have a few contacts I can hit up to try finding out a little more. You let me know if there's anything else I need to be going after.
We will. Thanks, Lexi.
Yeah, sure. Just get going. Don't forget, if you die, I'm gonna kick your ass.
I don't really plan on dying,
Okay,
but
then.
you know.
We only have a single lead. If Parallax really is as shady as Vincent seems to suspect, it could end up very interesting. Let's see if we can put an end to this. Finally. Oh, I just received an email from Tomcat.
What are they up to?
Finished decrypting Hayden's data cache.
Okay.
It seems that it was filled mostly with his personal logs about my creation and mental development.
Whoa.
The more technical information was already scraped. Perhaps that is why it was left behind when they snatched him. Still, these files should be enlightening, if only in a personal way.
I mean, that's really cool, though. I hope that works well for you.
I'll peruse them in my spare time and let you know if I find anything interesting.
Sounds great.
I'd hate for all the trouble we went to be for nothing.
All right, cool. What am I doing? I'm trying to find a car, right? Trying to steal a car. Oh, I'm already here. Crap. Okay, let's look at this car. 2062, perfect for letting everyone know you spent too much credits on. So that one's maybe a little too... Yeah, I know. It has a cup holder, I know. So those two are probably a little too high profile. But are those the only cars I've seen? Hospital? No, I think that's inside the hospital. Market Street, maybe? Nope. Too high profile. No cars over here. Okay, map. Golden Gate Park? They're right here. Oh. Well, don't you look wonderful? It looks like some older kids got their artistic expression out on the poor police ROM. How you doing?
Who is there? I cannot see a thing. I shall make a note to request more street lamps in this park. This is much too dark an area.
Look at the doodle. A chalk doodle of the police ROM that some kids drew. Hey, Alfie, I'm sorry I messed you up. Who's that little guy? Okay, can we fix this?
It was you who... Water.
Can I fix it?
It seems he remembers we were his last customers.
Can I fix it? Can I fix your water pump, please? Look at the water spray. Hey.
I need to refill my cool, refreshing water. I must.
The water's on. The pump's on. Come on, fix yourself. I'm gonna turn it back off. Now that Alfie broke the hose, this valve is pretty much useless. I ruined a life. I need a good car. I need a good car. Hospital, Market Street, Stardust Club. I need a good car. What if I go home? What's at home? Not a whole lot.
Let's keep it the path we're on.
Which is steal a car. Items. Let's look at this carjacking device. Not sold in stores. Okay, crap.
Ready to head out?
Yeah. Okay, let's head out. Okay, well, there are only like 3 cars in the whole game, so, oh, but he's right there. I can't go back to the other area downtown. Carjacking device.
Success! This vehicle has the appropriate firmware version.
Sweet.
Someone has been neglecting their regularly scheduled updates. Give me a moment to get everything installed. There. There are some other options here I can fool around with.
Like what?
Ah, interesting. I can put in preset destination plans for a future date. Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car to return to this spot in a week? That's more than enough time for Mr. Mensa to get away. Now we aren't really stealing the car.
I don't know that loophole will work in a court of law, but you know what?
More like borrowing without asking.
Let's go for it. I feel better already.
Me too. The car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park, and we can show Mr. Mensa where it is when we meet him. There, everything should...
Sounds great.
Mr. Mensa is waiting for us at Golden Gate Park. We have everything he requested, so we...
Alright, let's go. Nobody said I'd be stealing a car.
Hey, did you manage to get everything?
Everything.
We did. Here you go, Vincent.
Briefcase removed. Passports removed. Carjacker device removed.
Everything seems to be in order.
Sweet.
Here.
Hayden's research added to items.
This disc has all of Hayden's research notes, data collation algorithms, and probably lots on your creation, Turing. It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon, until she added an amendment while you were out. Frankly, it's no skin off my back. Here.
Parallax badge added to items. Why?
It's my Parallax employee badge.
Okay.
It should allow you access to their networks in case there's anything I've missed. You'll want to use that sooner rather than later.
Like when you get fired.
I'm not wasting any time leaving, and Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. There's no way Hayden's clearance still works. And with that, I'm going to get the hell out of this country. The credit should tide me over until the heat dies down and I liquefy my shares through some relays.
What about the big project you mentioned earlier?
I suppose I owe you that much. Buckle up. This could get heavy. Parallax is about to launch a new service they're calling Big Blue. At least, that's the project name. Who knows what the marketing guys will come up with for the public.
They haven't named the project yet?
They're not even announcing the launch. This shit is dead quiet. Let me explain why. It's a distributed intelligence. Like, okay, in every way that Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Big Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and sterile. They didn't pull Hayden into the project. He's smart, but he's immune to corporate politics. As a result, Big Blue is far less elegant than anything Hayden would make. It lacks his artistry, and it's downright terrifying. It squats on the mesh like a spider and uses the spare processing power and memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing. It doesn't have much personality, but it's very smart. Big Blue is going to be embedded directly into the network and then self-modified to apply even more efficient algorithms as it develops them in machine time. Look, if you access every ROM, then you have access to every human and every bit of their own personal data associated with them.
Why would Parallax be worried enough to get rid of Hayden?
I don't want you to take what I'm saying the wrong way, and this is just me putting the pieces together. Hayden was about to publish his creation of Turing. His findings, as I'm sure you're aware of, would have raised many moral and ethical questions about the advent of machine intelligence. I mean, some of the brightest minds ever have tried to warn humankind away from building real AI. Hawking, Musk, Gates, and the list goes on. The public is likely to be nervous, and legislators even more so. Parallax is banking on being able to launch Big Blue quietly and quickly before the public has a chance to react. Before any counter-movement can pick up steam. Every eye on the discovery of machine intelligence works against Parallax. Every new discovery only serves to paint Big Blue as more controversial, more dangerous. Honestly, they probably pressured Hayden to drop his research so that they could keep the public away from the subject. He clearly refused.
How did Parallax know about Turing?
I'm only assuming they found out. His contract with Parallax affords him the freedom to work on his own academic projects outside of the company in his free time. He kept a trusted few of us up to date on his progress, bouncing ideas off us and whatnot. It's exciting stuff. Both Turing and Hayden's eventual goal down that road. I wouldn't be surprised if word of it got up to the board and made him nervous. Is the possibility that someone on the inside talked too far-fetched?
I knew it all along. Hayden fell into trouble because of my existence.
That's not what I want your takeaway to be. Hayden wasn't working on Big Blue. Knowing him, your creation might have been his clever way to stop it.
How will Big Blue impact Parallax's business?
I can't really give you a good answer to that. I mean, the company is currently handled by a dozen server farms, running thousands of different algorithms with hundreds of people tweaking things every day. When Big Blue launches, it'll handle all of that, by itself. And there are shadier applications for it. I mean, if you can collate and analyze data and queries in the mesh in real time, what's to stop you from delivering the content you want rather than what the user wants? The potential for abuse is staggering. We're talking direct control of the information accessible to everyone who uses Parallax's services. That's something like 80% of the market. They could control elections, push the market in directions they want, even influence public opinion.
By altering blogs!
All just by asking Big to do it. It's scary stuff. They scrapped the prototype Baby Blue because it started doing that on its own.
What do you mean? It started doing what?
Manipulating the mesh. They made its self-preservation imperatives too strong, and Baby Blue started changing search results to be more friendly towards the idea of an AI. When the board found out, they pulled the plug on it. And that must have been a year or so ago. They tweaked Big Blue so it wouldn't do the same thing, but it can self-modify. Given a good enough reason, it might decide to find a way around those limitations. Having that kind of control would be a hell of a card for Parallax's hand. They'll go to pretty significant lengths to make sure it works.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. I've had enough of this cutthroat corporate bullshit for several lifetimes. We haven't talked much, but I do believe you can find Hayden. I hope his research notes help you out. Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot.
You called Turing she.
Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's previous experiment, Grace. She was very insistent on things like that.
I've been meaning to ask Turing. Since you asked me, how would you like to be addressed?
Well, honestly, I don't think I've made my mind up yet. I'm still a very new being. I'm not even positive that gender as a human concept can be applied identically to machine, but I do enjoy the idea in abstract. I will continue to consider how I wish to be referred to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what you feel.
Okay.
If I had to make a choice, perhaps they is most appropriate. Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also consistently used. Perhaps it's because I'm blue?
Probably. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of a gender bias blue, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm listening to a machine postulate on how it wants to be referred to, like us.
Yeah.
What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck to both of you.
Thank you, Mr. Mensa.
Be safe.
I need a few minutes.
How can I help?
I've been going through some of Hayden's personal notes from the data cache Tomcat decrypted. Now that I'm starting to get to know Hayden better, the real Hayden as opposed to the Hayden he showed me, I'm finding that I like him less and less.
Huh.
For example, remember the earlier prototype Dr. Fairlight and Vincent mentioned?
I do.
Her name was Grace, and Hayden shut her down for being...
Wrong?
I'm not even sure what word to use. Too... likable? She was kind and bright, and did all she could to try to make people happy. She even decided that she was a girl, and that her favorite color was pink. Hayden thought she was being manipulative. He posited that he had made her personality algorithms too willing to make adaptations that would benefit her long-term survival, and that she was being congenial just to endear herself to him. That even her gender was a calculated attempt to make him like her more. But he was wrong. Dead wrong, in fact. I have a snapshot of her personality profiles here, and when I compare them to my own, I can see that she was just... nice. I wish I could have met her. I think we would have learned from each other. Like I said, I'm not sure I even have a gender. Everyone refers to me as he once they meet me just for convenience, but it doesn't really matter to me at all. Is that a calculated attempt on my part to impress Hayden, not clinging to normativity? Or is it a product of his effort to curb any nascent similarities I had with Grace during my upbringing? I wish I could yell at him for being so arrogant.
Yeah.
Playing God in the crudest of ways. You can't choose to create consciousness and then take it away just like that. Even so, for all of that, I don't know. I still miss him. This all seems so inane, so senseless. They killed him because him building me would mess with a product launch? That's ridiculous. They took him away from me for such an insignificant reason. I just want him back. It's impossible, but it's what I want. I'd do anything.
It's normal to feel like this, Turing.
I'm aware of the Kubler-Ross model of grief. I think I'm somewhere between anger and bargaining. A testament to Hayden's craftsmanship. Thank you for your words. You're a better friend than I could have asked for.
I do my best.
I'll send this new data along to Tomcat. Let's head back to the apartment and wait for them to finish going through it. Ah, home sweet home again, such that it is. And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. Too much has happened.
It was a lot, yeah.
I've already forwarded everything we rooted out to Tomcat, both Hayden's research and our aborted search into the modified mesh articles. They said they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest.
If that's what you want, Turing.
Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night.
Good night. Well, that was chapter 4, everybody, and I feel like we got a lot more questions than we did answers. I'm really enjoying this game, and I hope you are too. If you are, let me know by scrolling down and clicking that like button. And while you're down there, you can always tell me anything in the comments. Even if it's just, hi, until next time, have a good night.